All right, welcome back to iHeart Crypto. So, what an exciting day in the market, right? Wild. So, here, let's pop over to our main Bitcoin chart here. All right, this is our Coinbase chart. We've had this drawn in for a little bit now. Um, we've been looking for anywhere below. We've been looking for the $17,000 region, which it hit. It hit the 300-week moving average here. All right. It didn't quite hit it yet, to be honest, right? It's been moving up slowly. Um, could this be where we hit it? I think that that's a great place for it to bounce from. It's definitely a great place to bounce from, but there's some other things going on in the charts that do suggest a little bit more downside, right? I mean, just take a look at this over here. We're in this big descending channel here. We had this big descending channel over here, right? Could with this be this, right? On just like a larger, like longer scale, right? You came down, you popped up, right? You've come down. Could we get a breakout and then capitulate later? I don't think so because of the timeline, to be honest with you. Because we had this kind of like this support line here, right? Broke down and then kind of capitulated. This time it looks very, very different, to be honest with you. And I have a new chart I want to go over with you. All right, this is the BLX chart, and what I did was I just drew some spider lines, and I got them from CryptoFace, and they do them on Frankie Candles a lot. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but basically how you draw a spider line is you take the next high, right? So like how you made lower highs all the way here, you get your first higher high, and you draw like a line from the top of the candles and magnetize the wick, and you get some really interesting levels. And I happen to get some really, really interesting levels here, especially this green line here, which acted as support in the 2018 bear market and the COVID crash. Also the 300-week EMA did hold as support for most of the bear market, but I do think that this time is different, and I think it's different because big money realizes what cryptocurrency is and what Bitcoin can do and all that other stuff, and the price is being manipulated down. And someone in a chat today on a YouTube channel I watch said something that I thought was really profound, and they said, when retail or small money misses the boat, it sets sail, but when big money misses the boat, they bring it back to the dock. And I do think that is what's happening. That if you follow Savvy, and I don't know if you follow Crypto Savvy, but he believes that this is a bubble pop. All right, so I'll go over his chart too. It's his chart, he came up with it, but essentially, based off these spider lines that I drew, it's got some validity to it. You're still on this descending channel, all right. You're starting to capitulate after breaking down from a bear flag. You haven't broken the bear flag yet, though, so that's very interesting. But if we do capitulate, there's going to be some bounces along the way, and it's going to be really, really choppy. Probably get a bunch of little bear flags. But one thing to look at on Market Cipher is the money flow. So in previous bear markets, money flow came down to negative 29, and in this bear market here, it came down to negative 36. So we haven't gotten capitulation on our money flow as of yet. And our momentum waves on our weekly, at least, you can see like we had a momentum wave here, right? But once you got down in these momentum waves, you made 1, 2, 3 momentum waves, right? And then in the 2018 bear market, you made 1, 2, and then one large momentum wave. So what I'm thinking is we might get something like this, where we have something like this here, right? So we get our momentum waves, and then we're coming down in our momentum waves, and we make a larger momentum wave here, and we'll shoot up that way, right? Something like that. Let's change this color so we know it's a momentum wave. All right, so something like that. Okay, so that's kind of like what I'm looking for. I'm looking for money flow to come back down to these previous levels, and a larger momentum wave here. All right, that's basically what I'm looking for on Market Cipher, because that's what we've gotten in the past in prior bear markets. Now, what does that do for the price of Bitcoin? Well, I think it brings it back down to about $7,500 approximately. All right, and then we'll get a bounce, we'll break out, and then we'll revisit the low, and we'll bounce from that $700,000 region. Now, this could be a little bit different as well. I mean, we could get a bounce at 10K. Oh, here we go. We could get a bounce at 10K. So it's possible. Let's see if I can find my path. I'm not used to drawing the path. Let's see. Where's my path? Ray. I know I look like an expert chartist right now. Now, mind you, I'm no expert TA person. I'm just a guy who's messing around with charts. I mean, that's all I am, right? I'm nobody, but I do like to play around with the ideas. So it's possible here that you get a bounce right around 10K, right? And then you can bounce up from 10K. I think you'll hit this as support, something like that, and then capitulate down to about 7K. And I think that'll be your bottom. Something like that, and then you can kind of go up. All right, so it's gonna look something like that, right? Okay, now this is just an idea, okay? This is just another idea, all right? But as far as your Stokes go, it does make sense that you're topped out on your weekly to come back down, make that bottom, come up, and then run sideways. All right, so even on your Stokes here, so here's a good point. Like, you could be right around here for your capitulation, right? Where now we come back down, right? And then we kind of oscillate that way on our Stokes on our weekly, right? Before bottoming out. All right, and then what was our Stokes like in prior bear markets for 2015? Because I think that this is more like 2014 as far as like your indicators go, as far as your stochastics and Market Cipher and all that other junk, right? So, I mean, this was a pretty decent bounce. There's a capitulation bounce. There's another capitulation. So, I mean, I would draw a trend line like this. We broke out of this right here, capitulation. I'd say you could be around here if this is a little more accurate. So as again, like, you came up and then you finally came back down to make that bottom on your stochastics. Okay? Something like that. So I'm looking for the stochastics to bottom out on the weekly. Alright? In essence. Because right now the stochastics are a little high. Right? Because we did have this pump up. Right? I think your next weekly bottom on your Stokes is a potential bottom. All right, so look for the weekly stochastics to bottom out. Your money flow should be deep in the red by then. Your momentum wave should be deep in the red by then, and I think that would be a good opportunity. All right, somewhere near the fall, could be as early as it could be as early as October. All right, so that's what I would be looking for. So get your money right and all that other stuff if you're ready to buy in then. All right, and then I think you get a bounce. And I think that if you do buy down here and you do bounce up, I think it would be smart to take profit. I mean, shoot, if you bounce from here, that's 100% bounce. You remove your initial investment, and now you have risk-free crypto. It comes back down. you can dollar cost average in all the way down, you know, all the way down and buy all the way down again. So that would be a great way to farm some coins. So we're looking for this bounce right here. We're gonna be bottom dwelling at this point. You know, you could DCA all the way down, which isn't a bad strategy. But based off of this chart that I have, you know, I just don't feel confident that, you know, this just looks like a little bounce, right, on the weekly. So, you know, this is nothing. This has been nothing. This was a great capitulation, right? That wasn't capitulation. I think that this will be capitulation. This right here, like this, you get a bounce, right, and then you continue. Like that's capitulation. That right there is capitulation. Okay. So you know what? Let's just check out the Amazon chart because that's Savvy's favorite chart. I mean, he loves looking at that junk. Let's see if I got it on here. Amazon. I know I do. There it is. All right. So Amazon on the weekly, and he always goes back to the beginning of Amazon. So let's just go back and take a quick look. All right. And go all the way back in time. Alright, I got some fibs on here. Why are there some random Fibonacci's? Alright, so this is the Amazon chart. Let's see what he had going on here. Alright, we got our run up. Nope, that's not it. Let's try to find the good old savvy Amazon chart. There it is. Alright, he loves this chart. So let's just take a quick look at it, right? So, you got your double top. Alright, I like that. We got our, I mean, here's your trend line. That broke. Okay. Alright. And you got a lot of bounces along the way to capitulation. Alright, big drop, bounces. So he's probably right around here, right? So in the Amazon chart, you got that drop, right? So this could be like 16K. I'm frozen. Hold on. We're back. Alright, this could be like 16K down here. And then boom. So, I mean, if this is anything like it, right? This would have been our first bear flag. This would have been our second bear. This would have been the big rally that we got now. Right? In my opinion. I think it's very likely. Very likely. Because, I mean, how many bounces did you have? You had 1, 2, technically 3, and then another bounce. So you got some good bounces up in here, you know? I mean, I wouldn't want to trade these falling knives, but right down here, you know, you could be getting a nice dribble down, if you will. Dribble down. And you can just look at the market structure. I mean, like, look. I mean, our boy Tino from Traders Reality is always talking about market structure, right? He's always talking about, where's the path? I never know where the path is. What? There it is. He's always talking about market structure, how, you know, market structure is like this. Something like that. I'm not as good at drawing it as he is. But, and how they always bring it back to the mean, you know? Like that's your market structure. In general. In general. Now, you know, if you go in your Amazon chart, you can see that in a lot of places. I mean, look right here. You know? All that good stuff. Right? And then you got it here too. right? And then you can move price, right? Where are we at in our general market, right? And look, you're getting it here now too. I mean, this could be a bottom on Amazon. You know, if you're looking at it from that standpoint, right? Could you get one more move down? Doubtful. Doesn't look like it. You know, why would you make a... You'd have to make a lower low in your Amazon chart. I mean, I remember Amazon was like... What was Amazon? Amazon 100 and... I thought Amazon was like $3 grand. I don't know. Wasn't Amazon like $3 grand? Oh, they had a stock split. Right. That makes sense. Right? So, I mean, you could see that market structure, you know? I mean, in these market structures. This, as far as Amazon goes, let's see if it looks like anything else. I mean, this is just a massive run-up. Can't lose. That kind of looks a little more like this over here. See this right here? What is that, 2014? It looks similar to that. To our current state, you know, where, you know, you got a little of this, a little capitulation, a little rally back up, and then you dipped, and you made a lower low, and you've made a lower low right there, right? Let's see anywhere else. You could also argue that it's a little like this, you know. We've come up here. Are we going to get that next move down? Right? For Amazon, at least, you know. Something like that. So, I mean, as far as market structure goes, you're looking at something like that. So, you've come up. Do you get that one more capitulation? I think that you get it. I think you get it. And you come back down, make another lower low here. Probably around $87, right? That's where your VPVR point of control is, as far as, like, you know, locally. And yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. Excuse me while I take a sip of Coke. So there's a couple other things. For example, let's go over to the SPY, the SPY, right? So, there's a couple of things in the market there that I just want to take a quick look at, like the futures for. Oh, that doesn't. It's Friday. Here's your SPY. All right. So here's what we got. Our S&P 500 in. All right. You're basically in these descending broadening wedge. All right. It's very likely you come back down to a 0.5 retracement on your fib. It's like 3,500, all right? But if you break that, I mean, you could capitulate down. 3,100 is the golden pocket. That's not a bad spot, especially, you know, you can reset everything from your COVID crash there and go back in time. But let's just go back, because just keep this in mind, all right? Here's the structure. Keep that in your mind, all right? Now let's go back to 2008. That's what I was looking at. So here's 2008. Alright, 2008. Alright, you had a very similar structure. Alright. Something like this. Alright, you're in a descending channel. This one was more of a descending channel, right? But you capitulated down. You hit your... What fib was this? You hit this fib right here. If I can read it, I can't even read it. I don't have it memorized. You're 682, right? Okay, but the point is that here, right? You didn't get to your 0.5 retracement, right? Now you get to your 0.5 retracement, you can get another bounce up. But again, like, the sentiment in the market's probably going to be crap, since shit's going to be coming out. And then you find resistance, and then you capitulate. you can capitulate. I mean, that was a gnarly move. And if real estate pops, I could see something like that go down, where you just have like a gnarly crash. That would be crazy. But I do expect another pullback in the market. I mean, just take a... I mean, this has been nothing. This was no pain at all. I mean, you know, you got a 25% correction. I mean, that's pretty good. What did you get in your COVID crash? 25% here. You got a pretty good move down, 35% correction. You know, but it recovered quick, you know? Same thing here. You've recovered fairly quickly. And I just don't know if the macro supports that, you know? I just don't... I mean, I'm no macro economist or anything like that, but, you know, I am involved, you know, in the news. But here's the deal, is that you're hitting resistance. If this comes back down to your 0.5 fib, you know, crypto's going to come down a lot. A lot. And if this thing breaks, I mean, you could see a $3,000 Bitcoin. I mean, if you really think about it, you're sitting at 20K now, right? And your SPY is you're either going to break that and make a new all-time high, and crypto goes back up and the cycles continue and all that other good crap, you know, or if you come back down and you hit this golden pocket, or you even break that golden pocket on, you know, kind of like 2008, I mean, we could be seeing some crazy crap happen, you know? You've come up. It looks fairly similar, you know? Really, really similar. You know? Eventually this could break out. Now this could also happen where you hit your 0.5 fib and then break out. That's a possibility. You don't get that big capitulation. You know, but this would have to be a black swan event. This was a black swan event. You know? This is a correction. This is a correction. Nothing crazy went on there. Right? These are corrections. Right? Black swan event. Right? I mean, you had a correction in 2018, just a healthy correction that was, you know, 20%. All right. Here's 35%, right? But when you zoom out, let's go to the 6 month. All right. I mean, here is your 2008 crash, right? Here is your 2000 crash. All right. Now, I guess what I'm trying to say is like look at this run up. I think you need another leg down. I mean, that is a very ugly 6 month candle. All right. And what you've done now is you rechased half of it. Right? Is it time to come back down to a full 0.786 retracement, hitting your 200 week MA, right? I don't think that you come down to 2,000, but I think that 2,700 is in the cards. All right, I do think that that would kind of make sense, you know. In 2008, you really didn't get that on your 6 month. You didn't get like a huge rally on your 6 month time frame, right? It was just like a year and a half of straight down, right? So this is a little bit different, right? Now, granted, when's your next 6 month candle? Granted, actually, now that I'm looking at it, this is very interesting, right? So I have to take a look at your 3 month candles, but you know, essentially, I don't remember. I wasn't there, really, but I don't know how this candle opened and closed. Let's go to the 3 month and see what it looked like. Ah, there you go. So it looks like in 2008 on your 3 month, you had some price movement up. So you had basically 6 months of downward action and then 3 months of upward action, right? So let's go here. Look at that. 6 months of downward action, 3 months of upward action. Right? Because you still came back up here, and then you closed your 3 month in the red. So you had 3 quarters in the red here in 2008. Alright? Where here, you've had only 2 quarters in the red, and you're currently in the red for Q3. Right? But this candle doesn't close until October. So you could get another red candle if this thing dumps in the fall. You could get, you know, another red candle there on your 3 month, just like you did over here and over here. Right, so I'm looking at this a lot like 2008. Okay, I know it's a lot. I know it's a little bit, you know, different. This was real estate and everything like that, but you know, yeah, you had some upwards action, and then you had downwards action. You know, a month up. Yeah, you had like 2 months of up, and then it was all downhill after that. You know, so kind of the same thing here. Let's see. Yeah, you didn't really do much in May. Kind of stayed level. You had some wiki action in May, right? So 2 months of up. Yeah. So I mean, you're currently in a red year. All right, you've had one red year here. In 2008, you had one red year. So, what do I think is going to happen? I mean, honestly, if I'm looking at this on the yearly, I could see like a year and a half of you know, a year and a half of downwards action. Okay. Alright, let's go over Bitcoin real quick, because I'm getting tired. Alright, that's a crazy monthly chart. What's it look like in the BLX? Bitcoin has had only 3 red years on the BLX chart. That's crazy, isn't it? Don't you think it'll probably, in 2023, it'll probably close green, watch. It could close green in 2023. That's why I think the opportunity to buy crypto is passing you by. You know? You've only had 3 down years. So you're buying in a down year. I mean, that's where you want to be buying. I think that the bottom is either in or it's close to being in, and I told you what my theory is on that. It all depends on what the traditionals do. Alright, but this doesn't look good on the weekly, I'll tell you that. Alright, so let's go over the shorter term time frames. Alright, let's go to the 4 hour. Alright, so you are in a bear flag. Alright?
Sorry.
Alexa, turn off. Alright, you are in a bear flag. Alright? You are testing support on said bear flag. So if we go over to the hourly, you are bouncing off of support at the current moment. Now, people are like, will it hold? Da 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 da. It's not going to hold, in my opinion. Why do I think that? Because you're getting a red blood diamond on your 4-day. The last time you got a red blood diamond on your 4-day, you came down 50%. Alright, so it's very unlikely that this holds. Now, also, I mean, this order book changes on the regular, right? But this is Bookmap. You got now 2,247 Bitcoin at about $5,000, and you got almost 1,500 Bitcoin at $12,000. So, where is the liquidity? Normally, it gravitates towards the heat part of this right here. I mean, the fact that they have that big of an order in at $5,000 is a bit ridiculous, but you know, if the stock market plays out, you know, I mean, you could see a $5,000 Bitcoin. I mean, my chart here is just, I mean, this is, God knows what's going to happen. Let's see, I had a bottom trend line on here somewhere. Yeah, there. You could go as low as that. I mean, this is like a crazy trend line. You know, like that's like, I think that if you lost that trend line, Bitcoin's going, it's in big trouble. All right, it's in big trouble. All right. I mean, you got major support down here at $500 and $800 and $1,000, but mainly you got a ton of support. Oh, this is the 4-day. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, we got good support. We don't have a ton though. I mean, you look at this thing. I mean, it looks different on this chart. See how like the VPVR on my KuCoin chart, like you could see like this is a lot of volume here. I tell you that, like on this chart, once you break 10K on this chart, that doesn't look good at all. Let's go to our Coinbase. Let's go about the Binance chart. Yeah, Binance chart has different kind of volume. So that does matter. You got a lot of support here. Tons of support here. Alright? But God help you. God help you if you lose 6K. God help you. You know? I don't think that's going to happen. I think your Coinbase chart is a better gauge of things as far as volume goes, because it's been around, you know, the longest. I don't know, as far as like charts go or whatever. But yeah, you lose 6K. I mean, you lose 6K, you're dropping down to 3K. Alright? I mean, the fact that you went through a pandemic and you held this level right here, you know, I don't think that you're going to drop that level. I really don't. But they could bring it back there. They could bring it back there. You never know. You never know. So just be ready. Have money on the side. You might buy 10K and go, "Oh, that's great. I got my buy-in." This stuff can always go lower. It can always go lower. So, yeah. Bitcoin down 10% on the BLX chart. That's nutso. Nutso. It's great. What a great day for the shorts. What a great day. Wish I had a short in. I did, and I sold it. But yeah. I mean, so what else we got going on here? 12 hour. So yeah, bear flag. Measured move out of this descending broadening wedge here, as far as I'm concerned, right? Breaking that, you probably come down to about 15,200. I know a lot of people have 14K in there. I don't know how they're getting that. I mean, my lines are different. I'm no expert though, but whatever. And then if you're looking at this as a pole, all right, break of the pole down to about 13K. All right. I mean, look, once you start getting down there, it's time to just start scooping, you know, because what's probably going to happen is you're going to get down to here. Alright, so let's just expand this out a little bit. In my opinion, if it looks, you know, you're probably going to dribble out, probably from the way things look in the past. So you get down there, you'll get a bounce. You could get a bounce all the way back up to test it. I mean, test the bottom trend line. You know, anything can happen, but really, I think that we'll be capitulating by then. You know, these are terrible lines, but yeah. Wow, it's almost 12:30. I gotta get to bed. I'm fairly tired. But look, this is great. This could be the bottom. I mean, who knows? I mean, you haven't broken the bottom of the wedge yet, but it doesn't look good. It does not look good. I mean, if I'm looking at it from a daily perspective, your RSI when you broke here, right, was a little bit where you are now. You know, your RSI was fairly low. This was a big move. This was a very big move. You know, it's comparable to this move right here. You know, it's a big move down, and then you kind of went sideways a little bit. You know, so I do expect sideways a little bit here before moving back down. Your RSI is going to probably need to reset a little bit. Alright, so don't be expecting a drop today or tomorrow. Alright. I think that you go sideways here a little bit. Or you could actually drop. What day is it? Saturday? Oh man, things could get crazy. Alright, but your Stokes are at the bottom. That's a plus. When's your 4-day blood diamond confirm? That's really, really ugly. It confirms, yeah. It's not a good look. This could get very ugly. This could get very ugly. I mean, they could just drop it down to bring it back up and just go nuts here. You know what, man? Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Something is brewing, that's for sure. But, yeah. Yeah. Alright. I guess that's about it. What's up with our bubbles? What's going on our bubbles? Bloodbath? For the week. What's down this... What took the biggest hit this week? Everything is down crazy. Hex took a big hit. Eagle took a big hit. Aave took a big hit. Filecoin. Near took a big hit. Let's take a look at the Near chart. Near was very bullish. People are really excited about Near. I mean, it's like the hot coin right now. Having a 2%. Look at that. How much are you down from your all-time high? Well, your rally. You're down 30%. Not bad. And you broke all your fib levels. You broke them all. That's pointless. So that's good. You can come back right back down though. What else? What else is good this week? What's up with the monthly? Sell up huge. What's down the most this month? Rune is down the most this month. HNT, I like HNT. Let's see. Some things have still shown a lot of strength though. I don't know if I'd want to buy something that's down in the month. I'd want to buy something that's crazy down, you know, over the week, because these are the things that have fallen. Quant down 20%. This is great. I mean, these are the days you do want to be buying if you are bullish. I'm not bullish right now. In the bull market, I think is a great time to buy 20% pullbacks. Those are the buying days. Those are the days that you can get a good position in. But in a bear market, I don't think so. This looks ugly. This looks fairly ugly. I mean, I'm no, you know, professional chartist, but like I said in the beginning of the video, when small money misses the boat sets sail. When big money misses the boat, they bring the boat back, and it looks like they're bringing the boat back, and they can bring it as low as, they're gonna bring it as low as 10. I mean, there's going to be a lot of buying there. All right, there's going to be a lot of buying down here. Look, the bottom, if you're not buying at 10K, something's wrong with you. That's not where you want to be bottom dwelling. It's going to go to 3K. That's not where you don't buy. I could see maybe you didn't want to buy at, you know, at 20K or whatever. Like, I think there's a good amount of buying here. This was a great spot for a bull trap because of the weekly EMAs, the 100 week, and everyone's calling it, this is support and previous all-time high, and it hitting that and stuff like that. And what a great spot for a bull trap, to be honest with you. Bull trap, bring it down. Bring it down for capitulation now. Let's knock them out. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this upcoming year. It's gonna be like, I'm going to throw all of my money. I'm sorry, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to throw all of my money that I can to buy at those prices. When I'm seeing Bitcoin at 10K, if I see Bitcoin at 3K, I am buying Bitcoin. I am buying it because, I mean, I tweeted this out today. Where is it? You know, a little Satoshi quote, you know? Let's see. It says, the root problem with conventional currency is that all trust that's required to make it work. The central bank must be trusted not to debase the currency, but the history of the fiat currencies is full of breaches of that trust. Banks must be trusted to hold our money and transfer electronically, but they lend it out in waves of credit bubbles with barely a fraction in reserve. We have to trust them with our privacy, trust them not to let identity thieves gain our accounts. They're massive overhead costs to make micropayments impossible. All right? This is why we're into cryptocurrency, because we don't trust banks, okay? This is everything. What's trending is money of the internet. What else? Ben. What is this? Leading diagonal wave in play. Time for blow off wave to 100K. Invalidation 7. Are you kidding me? Wait, go back. What? What? Is this for real? Makes total sense in the macro as well. Who are you? This is dumb. This is dumb. That's the way that's good. All right, I like that. Yeah, look. What's this guy got going on here? What is that? Yeah, that's what we got drawn in. It's a bear flag. You're in a bear market. Stop meth, please. Your marijuana smells like crack. Owning ICP. Is this the real-time crowd? Owning ICP anywhere, not a good look. Alright, Tom. Yeah. This is, I love Savvy. I think Savvy's great. I like Jordan. I like Tom. I like Casper. I like Frankie. I like all these TA guys. I know that Sheldon from Crypto Banter, he's an alright guy, but I don't know. He's just alright. He's good in bull markets, I'll tell you that. I don't know if he's that good of a trader. He's just okay. I mean, Savvy's been calling this thing to a T. I know that. He's been calling this thing to a T. And Jordan is really, really good. Jordan doesn't make predictions or anything like that. Like, he just does some short-term time frame stuff, gives his ideas, and is the one thing about Jordan is, look, here's a question. Now, there's a lot of trading going on in here and stuff like that, but like, At certain points, you got to ask yourself, if I'm selling, who is buying and why? Don't forget about market structure, right? Because even if, you know, where's my, I'm never going to remember where this is. Where's my path? All right, let's say this thing does, you know, do a little of this, you know, just for market's sake, right? Bouncing down 10K, bounces again, right? And then we break out. It's gonna start to do your market structure again. All right? So, like, just think about levels. That's not, you know, whatever, but, you know, even if it gets, you know, close to all-time high, maybe it only gets to here, but you know what I mean, like, you know, it does it again, you know, it does your market structure again. That's the idea, you know, where, you know, you come back down, you know, and then go up, and then come back down, and then go up, you know. I doubt you make a lower high, but I mean, that's the idea. Nobody comes to my lives. I make these videos for nobody. It's just me talking to a screen. But I like my BLX chart. I like this chart. This makes a lot of sense to me. I can't wait to see if it plays out. It probably won't, because, you know, whatever, but that would be the general flow of money, your momentum wave. As far as patterns go, makes sense. Okay. Unless everything turns around now. But I don't think it will. I don't think it will. Not after the 2020 and 2021. Not after all that. And in the stock market. You know? Oh, I didn't even look at the Dixie. Don't even get me started on the Dixie. Alright. You know? The Dow. The Dow on the weekly doesn't look crazy parabolic. That looks like steady growth. That was a little parabolic. Do they want to bring it back to 22? Or at least to 24? But, you know, you didn't get 0.5 retracement. You know what I mean? Like, here's your Dow, too. You know what I mean? Like, you pull your fib out. Like, you didn't even... Did you get a 0.5 retracement? You did. Yeah, you got a 0.5 retracement. I mean, that's not... Oh, no, you didn't get a 0.5 retracement. You only got a 0.382 retracement. Are you telling me that, you know, that this is all you're going to get? That's all you're going to get? I think you got more downside. I think you get at least a 0.5 retracement. And at that point, you get a 0.5 retracement on the Dow, right? There's your 10K, you know, like there it is. Then if you get a capitulation, that's when you get your 3K. I'm not waiting for that. I'm waiting for this bottom. That's when I'm going to start to nibble. And then we'll see what happens. And we will keep buying. Maybe what I'll do is, once I start getting a paycheck, I'll do a DCA schedule, or, you know, something like that. You know, because one thing I learned was in this bear flag for ETH, my ETH chart. All right, on this, I totally got rid of all my drawings. But when we were down in here, like I should have been DCAing a lot more. I know that I bought a lot of ETH here, and I bought a lot of ETH here. I did. I bought the dips. Like, I saw it run up, and I was like, okay, 1,200. You know, like I kind of gotta, you know, like But I bought the dips. Now here's another dip to buy. But I don't trust this dip. I really don't. Could we come back up and back test and some crazy shit happen? I expect some crazy shit, to be honest with you. But based on what the Dixie is doing, the Dixie looks like it's going nuts. All right, and this thing has room. 112, right? And then, you know, there's some higher levels to look at. You know, you could just be running this thing up in this channel for a long ass time, right? But like this thing looks like it wants to touch this trend line. You could have a pullback, right? Something like where's I mean, look, you didn't come all the way up to the trend line there. You pulled back and then you kind of ran up, right? And then pulled back. Maybe we get a pullback. Maybe you get a pullback. It'll give Bitcoin some time to reset its indicators, right? But I do think that you get that push up, you know, in the fall for the Dixie. At least another high to 112. All right? I mean, shoot. You know, this is getting ugly. 120. Could you get up to 120? Things are interesting. Things are interesting. All I know is that the next year to year and a half, if this is like a big market, just buy every month. Buy. Because it is never going to be lower in crypto. Alright. I'm off to bed. I think what I'll do is I'll start a DCA schedule for every paycheck where I make sure to buy at least $100 worth of Bitcoin, or at least put it in on Coinbase and at least put a buy level. So like today would have been a great DCA day, you know? ETH is down, you know, 10% or whatever. This would be a DCA day. Definitely. Look, ETH is down 20%. That's a great DCA day. Great. You want to buy on these days. Watch. This could just be a little bit. Patience is key. Patience is key. Patience is going to be key here. You are sitting right on support. Sitting right on support. The next upcoming days are going to be very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But I think that we see that 10K and we'll be there for a while. Let's see what the orders are like. Looks like some people got some bets down here. There's a lot of liquidity down here. There's a few things up here. I mean, look how many Bitcoin you got. You got 300, 500, okay, 800. But then you got 4, 7, 10, 13, 17, Jesus, 22, 24. Like, you got like almost 5,000 Bitcoin sitting down here. Alright? Ready to be bought. 5,000 Bitcoin on Binance. Ready to be bought. The orders are there. The money is there to be taken by the market. So where does price move? It's going to go down there. It's going to go. It's ready. The market is ready to go down. All right? It is ready for another leg down. So the upcoming months are going to be some of the best DCA months. I will be DCAing my ass off. And doing my best, doing my absolute best. Maybe, yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm gonna be able to get these shorts in. Sure, you know, the market goes down so quick and moves up so slow, you know, that I think it's just best to start accumulating. And my top coins that I will be accumulating, I mean, let's rearrange these real quick because I already got some Atom. I'm good on Atom. But really, you know, ETH, of course. I don't know how big I am on Sol, but Quant is one that I feel like I missed out on. I had it at 40. I bought it at 40 and then I sold it at 80 and it went to like 130. I'm gonna get some Quant, right? I'm gonna get some Matic for sure. All right. AVAX didn't go nuts, but I'm gonna need some Uniswap. All right. Kadena didn't go nuts. Those were the ones I remember thinking like, damn, I missed out on those. You know, so I'm not gonna miss out on those coins again. So I'm buying the dip on those for sure. For sure. These are the ones I leverage trade. But I'm not going to be doing much more leverage trading. Right? Those are the ones on KuCoin. But yeah, these are my top coins here. You know, I think Arweave needs to get up there above. I'm really bullish on Arweave. What's that doing? Arweave on a nice dip. Yeah, I think I want to pick up some Arweave. Where do I pick up Arweave? I think I could pick up out on KuCoin. Let's see. Yeah, Render's another one I really like. STG went nuts today, man. Look at that. I was bullish on STG. It's still going nuts. Where is it on? Is it on KuCoin? What is this? I'm super bullish on STG. I might need to pick up some STG. I know that's not how it works. You know, you don't pick up something that's up 200%. I get it. But I had my eye on it for a long time. Oh, can you get it on Coinbase now? This is just a Coinbase pump. But that's great if it's on Coinbase. It might be moving up in my rankings if it's on Coinbase. You can get it on Coinbase. See? What did I used to have it on? I had it on KuCoin, I think. God. Well, I'm bullish on this. What does that put it in the ranking? 240? I'm bullish on this. I might have to move that up. I mean, this is a Coinbase pump, but you just got moved up in the ranking, buddy. You're above XRP, that's for damn sure. If you don't know what STG is, it's like a layer 0. Alright? We're bullish on this. What's the market cap? 123 million? It's pretty good. Think about this. What happens if this thing gets to $1 billion? It's a 10x. It could get to $1 billion market cap in, you know, in 4 years. 92 cents. What was it? 34 cents. Look, $1. Cheap. Cheap. Still cheap. Alright? It's just pumping because it's on Coinbase. That's the only reason. Let it die down. I mean, you're going to be... Look at your Stokes on your 12 now. Look at this shit. And you're about to capitulate. This is nothing. Oh, look at the manipulation. Manipulation. Yeah, I would wait for this thing to come down a little bit. Where can we pick some of this up? Probably... Yeah, I would wait for like 65 cents. I mean, you are pumping right now. I mean, Jesus. I don't even think you can throw a fib on this. But, I would wait for... I mean, 44 cents would be great, but I could pick some up at 62 cents. You know, if things are getting nuts. Look at that. Look at that. There's not enough data on this. Not much at all. Wow. Yeah. Bear market shit. We like this coin. Do we like it more than Kadena? That's the point. Kadena's chilling at the lows. Kadena is chilling at the lows. We wanted to get Kadena at $1. And Kadena went to $28 last bull run. Alright. You can scoop up some Kadena at $1. I think that's pretty good. Yeah. We'll see. Daily on Kadena is about to get a green dot. But I don't. Oh, your 2-day looks terrible. What's your 4-day look like? Oh, blood diamond on your 4-day. Damn! Say capitulation. People love Kadena. Dude, if this thing capitulates, man. I'm scooping up some Kadena at 23 cents. I don't give a shit. I'll sell my guitar. Alright, yo, I'm out of here. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I got vacation tomorrow. I'm supposed to be quitting vaping. This is the last of my vape juice. We'll see if that happens. After vacation, so I won't be here for a week. Which will be good. And it'll give the market time to do whatever the hell it wants to do. And then I got to get through 2 weeks of work before my first paycheck. And in that time, I think I'll try to make, $200 or $300 door dashing to either A, survive, or B, scoop up some cheap crypto because things are about to hit the fan. So, yeah. It's DCA time. See how much crypto you can accumulate. Accumulate as fast as you can now if it falls. Blood diamonds on the 4-day. Alright? 50% drop. Accumulation time. It is time to accumulate. For the next, I'd say 6 months will be, the best time. I think that, you're here now. But I don't know if you're going to get this little mini bull rally. But, you get this capitulation. How long did this last? This was quite a long time. 152 days? How long did this last? $64 days? It's not that much. This was crazy. Sideways. I mean, look at how far you went sideways. After, all these lows. Like, this was like crazy support. You went sideways for a year. Alright? So, I kind of expect you to be able to go sideways for a good amount of time. A good amount of time. Once we get down here, if we do get down there, around 10K, a year. About a year. You can do a lot in a year. You can make $10,000 in a year for investments. I know I can. All right, a year. And then you got the halving is April 2024. Look, the time to accumulate crypto is now. It is now. There is no other time. I think we're going to be good. I think it's going to be okay. All right. Peace out, peace out, peace out. Gotta go.